Today I'm going to answer a number of short questions that do not need a whole episode dedicated to them. That means we will have more cowbell. So stick around for some fast-paced Q&A. Hello, my name is Father Ambrose Little, and I teach philosophy at the Dominican House of Studies. Welcome to Aquinas 101, Big Questions, Little Answers, the series where I do my best to answer your big questions about philosophy, theology, and more. The first question today is this. With few writings to her name, why is St. Catherine of Siena considered a doctor of the Church? In answer to this question, we can say that being a doctor of the Church is not about the amount an individual writes, but the quality of what is written. St. Catherine's dialogue and her letters show that she has a profound insight into God and our relationship with Him, and so the Church has declared that her writings are suitable for teaching the people of God in all times and places. The second question is this. Did Jesus like chocolate? After all, America was not discovered by then. I answered a question like this about tomatoes, and my answer here will be similar. I think we can safely say that Jesus did not taste chocolate while He walked this earth before the Ascension, so we may never know His views on the taste of chocolate. The third question is, Scripture tells us that the Holy Family received 3 gifts. Did they use them to support themselves or something else? In response to this, I think the only reasonable answer is, I have no idea. Scripture does not tell us what they did with the gifts, and even though there are traditions about the travels of the Holy Family in Egypt, I am not aware that those traditions discuss the gifts of the Magi in depth. I would suspect, though, that the gifts of the Magi certainly made such a trip possible for a poor family, so it seems reasonable to suppose that they used the gifts to support themselves. But that is just a guess, so don't hold me to it. The fourth question is it possible that the same angel that guided the Magi in Matthew's Gospel also appeared to the shepherds in Luke's Gospel? Yes, it is possible. Next question. If angels don't eat, why is manna referred to as the bread of angels? Well, the name itself comes from Psalm 77, verse 25, where the psalmist is praising God for the manna given to the people in the desert. Verses 24 to 25 say the following. He rained down manna for them to eat, and He gave them bread from heaven. Man ate the bread of angels. He sent them food in abundance. Considering the context here, it seems that the terminology is metaphorical. So let's consider why this metaphor would be applied to manna. It is probably called the bread of angels not because angels eat it, but because it comes from heaven. The people of Israel may have thought that the bread was brought to earth by angels. After all, the word angel just means a messenger. And so the angels are messengers of God. Therefore, manna would appropriately be called the bread of angels because angels brought the people of God this bread. Building on this answer, we can also see what St. Thomas has to say. Note that St. Thomas and the traditions of the Church see manna as a foreshadowing of the Eucharist, and so St. Thomas's comments about the bread of angels is Eucharistic in nature. Here is what he says in the Summa Theologiae. The receiving of Christ under this sacrament, that is the Eucharist, is ordained to the enjoyment of heaven as to its end, in the same way as the angels enjoy heaven as their last end. And since the means are gauged by the end, hence it is that such eating of Christ, whereby we receive Him under the sacrament, is, as it were, derived from that eating whereby the angels enjoy Christ in heaven. Consequently, man is said to eat the bread of angels, because it belongs to the angels to do so firstly and principally, since they enjoy Him in His proper species. And secondly, it belongs to men who receive Christ under this sacrament. Finally, our last question of the day. Would Aquinas say water is wet? This question is meant to be a complicated philosophical question, and I know it was meant to be a bit cheeky since I know the person who asked it. But fortunately, there is a historical matter of fact that I can give as a response. St. Thomas, following Aristotle, really did say that water is wet. That's all I have for you today. Thank you for joining me for this episode of Big Questions, Little Answers. I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, may God bless you and keep you in His grace. I hope that answers all your questions, but if not, please let us know by submitting your big questions using hashtag AskAFriar in the YouTube comments and on social media. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends, because it matters what you think.